It's the live feed on KQAL.
The live feed is made possible by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund.
This week on the live feed, we return to Boats and Bluegrass 2022 with a live performance by Charlie Parr. Since the release of his first album, Criminal and Sinners, in 2002, this country blues star has made a name for himself not only in Minnesota, but across the world. His songs have been featured in commercials for Gerber Gear in the US and around the world in the form of Australian, Dutch, and New Zealand commercials, and the Australian drama film Red Hill. Charlie Parr has since been a staple for live performances across the Midwest. Join us as we get to hear another fantastic performance by the local legend Charlie Parr on today's live feed.
Now do you have that in your sight? Spread it around. Spread it around. Spread it around. Do spread it around. Have you felt joy in your days, even though you've had your share of pain? What does hoarding all that joy gain? Spread it around. Spread it around. Spread it around. Do spread it around. Does your table have just a little more room? Spread it around. Spread it around. Spread it around. Ooh. Spread it around. Are your blankets soft and warm? Does the roof above your head keep out the storms? Can you save someone else from being cold? Spread it around. Spread it around. Spread it around. Ooh. Spread it around. It's true about love. It'll die if it's covered up. It's got to be all given away, so we can all feel the heat of its rays. Can you remember what it's like when all of the world is filled with lights? Now do you have that in your sights? Spread it around. Spread it around. Spread it around. Do spread it around. Thank you, everyone. It's good to be here. Appreciate you guys. This is my very good friend, Mikkel Beckman, everybody on the washing machine. said to my face, I live on the move, every natural place. North of the Red River where the snow goes deep, I hunt for survival up on the ground where I sleep. When I pass by, when I pass by, when I pass by, Lord, please cover up my tracks. You may never see me, but I have no natural home. I was taken as a child to brave the woods alone. Stand against any without truth and heart. You bring lies to my friends, you bring harm to my heart. When I pass by, when I pass by, when I pass by, Lord, please cover up my track. Well, my family is all around me. I have no family at all. We live in the skins of the buffalo. We can't live life within woe. I can float on the water. I can fly in the sky. Well, I dream the path before me. I feel the ground I walk by. When I pass by, when I pass by, when I pass by, Lord, please cover up my tracks. Oh, let me find my children and bring them along with me. Take no one's hand out, Lord, ain't nothing given for free. Fly like the falcon into the setting sun. Vanish into the wilderness, keep a fire for our own. When I pass by, when I pass by, when I pass by, Lord, cover up my tracks. They'll never find my body. There'll be no more remains. I return to the Red River. I will float down to the plains. My medicine is survival. My salvation is my own. My family is a rifle and my bed is made of stone. When I pass by, when I pass by, when I pass by, Lord, cover up my tracks. Well, money can't buy back that 64 Falcon. You sold it in your 20s and regretted it was gone, cause you thought it contained some meaning or some answers to a life that you'd never bothered to question, or even take a good close look at. And it broke your heart to see how it had been so important, from the feeling of the steering wheel to the rubber on the road. And now it's grown to unrealistic proportions in your mind. Yeah. piece of metal like shiny bits of trash that line the stolen nest of a greedy neighborhood crow. So you drive back to your hometown to visit with your past, but nothing looks the same anymore. And you could see all that you squandered when you were shining all that chrome. You were handed all you needed without cost, but you were too blind to see it, and you took it all for granted, and now you want to complain. Tell me just what it was that you lost. Now you start to panic, and your gas is running low, and you need to find some meaning before you're stranded on the road. And when the engine finally dies, you're a soybean peel to dusk. You just sit and watch the sunset turn the entire sky to rust. Turn the entire sky to rust. Turn the entire sky to rust.
Thank you, everybody.
You see all these old ladies coming in here to buy the cheap wine. They ain't no better, they ain't no better than these bums coming in here to buy the cheap wine. I'm leaning against the counter on a gloomy day. Snowfall, clear the sidewalks and the entryway for all the old folks, and the bums and the hustlers and the rude kids. I can't stand this side any other. I wish I could sell this place. I wish I could buy a boat and sail away. Do you see all these old ladies coming in here to buy the cheap wine? They ain't no better, they ain't no better than these bums coming in here to buy the cheap wine. I know I ain't got it so bad, I can go home at night. Sometimes I'll quit drinking when I wanna. There ain't nobody here to bother me. There ain't no one here to bother me. I'll keep the store open past curfew some nights so I don't have to go home. Do you see all these old ladies coming in here to buy the cheap wine? They ain't no better, they ain't no better than these bums coming in here to buy the cheap wine. I never meant to do anything wrong or do any harm, but I framed that kid, and he wasn't so bright. He wasn't so bright. He was just drunk all the time. Anyway, they killed him, not me. I've got a business here to run. I've got property here. He had nothing. You see all these old ladies coming in here to buy the cheap wine. They ain't no better. They ain't no better than these bums coming in here to buy the cheap wine. Well, now I'm better than all this and that crazy there. You can go to hell. I'm better than this. I make my own way. Sometimes I'll open the store an hour before daybreak so I can put all the labels facing out. I'm so tired of these labels, but don't they say it? It's all cheap wine. Do you see all these old ladies coming in here to buy the cheap wine? They ain't no better. They ain't no better than these bums coming in here to buy the same. I'm leaning against the counter on a gloomy day. Snowfall to the sidewalks and the entryway. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. We'll do a song that was written by the great Spider John Kerner. It's alive and well on the West Bank, sitting in Palmer's. I know exactly what stool he's sitting on. Thank you, everybody. Let's go running, jumping, and standing still. Up and down, low down, had my place downtown. Women would come from miles around and say, low down, won't dance for a while. Said kind of man all the while, low down, they called him Sweetie Pie. Called another guy, they called him all the time. Said, Lord, never gonna see my home again, never gonna see my home again, never gonna see my home again, never gonna see my home again. Low down, he liked to dress up fine, he wore a suit and tie, mama, all the time. His shoes shine right every night when he get tight. Low down, he drank pints of wine, whiskey straight, mama, all the time. Low down, he woke up at noon, walked off the soon, hit the saloon, he said, Lord, I'm never gonna see my home again, never gonna see my home again, never gonna see my home again, never gonna see my home again. Had the big mag wheels, had a bad main seal. Low down, took that car for a ride through Pistol and Side, found a place to hide. Low down, there was a gambler man causing his right hand and his gun in his lap. Low down, took his son's money away, took that 88, took the King's Highway and said, Low down, never gonna see my home again, never gonna see my home again, never gonna see my home again, I'm never gonna see my home again. Low down, they found his body not far from Evertown. He was dead on the ground. Low down, had no family, and no used to be no baby street. Low down, had no old time hack and a Cadillac, nobody dressed in black. Low down to bed at body now, down in Memphis town. They were known around to say, Low down, never gonna see my home again, never gonna see my home again, never gonna see my home again, I'm never gonna see my home again. Somewhere in the Black Mountain Hills of South Dakota, there lived a young boy named Rocky Raccoon. One day, his woman ran on with another guy, hit young Rocky in the eye. Rocky didn't like that, he said, I'm gonna get that boy. One day, he walked into town, booked himself a room in the local saloon. And Rocky Raccoon, he went up to his room, only to find Gideon's Bible. Gideon let Rocky had come, equipped with a gun to shoot off the legs of his rival. Well, his rival, it seemed, had broken his dream by stealing the girl of his fancy. Her name was McGill, and she called herself Lil. Everybody knew her as Nancy. And her man, who called himself Dan, they were in the next room at the hold down. Old Rocky burst in and grinning a grin. He said, Danny boy, this is a showdown. But Danny was hot, and he drew first and shot, and Rocky collapsed in the corner. Came in, stinking of gin, and proceeded to lie on the table. He said, said, Rocky, you met your match. Rocky said, Doc, nothing but a scratch, and I'll be better, Doc, as soon as I'm able. Well, then Rocky Raccoon, he went back to his room on to find Gideon's Bible. Well, now Gideon checked out, and he left it, no doubt, to help with good Rocky's revival. Hey everybody, Raccoon, appreciate that you guys.
Hey, this is Charlie Parr, and you're listening to the live feed on 89.5 KQAL. Oh, I've loved this area all my life. I grew up about 100 miles away, and I've come here, I don't know, for a long, long time. It's a beautiful part of the world.
Do you love podcasts but crave local content? Well, now you can keep it local with KQAL Podcasts on KQAL.org. Hear interviews with Minnesota bands, artists, chefs, comedians, historians, community leaders, and more. KQAL Podcasts, keeping it local on KQAL.org.
Also listen to KQAL on Spotify, Apple, Google, or anywhere you get your podcasts.
Well, I ain't going no higher. I ain't going down low.
I love it. I always love it out here. It's never failed to amaze me how nice people are in this place. So it's always good to see everybody out here. Hey, this is Charlie Parr, and you're listening to the live feed on 89.5 KQAL.
Well, the streets in this part of town now, they're all made out of dirt. There aren't any streetlights out here for when I get up to go to work. Now the road grader comes once in a while to fill in all the holes and leave a ridge of gravel that'll trip me as I go. There ain't any sidewalks out here, just ditches into yards. And folks get kind of upset when you're walking through their lawn. I keep it on the roadway and try to move along. If they see me as I drive, they'll always blow their horn. The houses in this part of town, you know, they all look the same. In the graying of the twilight, I can't recall a single name of any of my neighbors or the faces of their kids, only the kind of cars that they drive and if their dogs are tired. Walking in these shoes isn't as easy as you'd like. Dodging all these bricks that are breaking all my lights. We all have to struggle, but hold it as our truth. It's about as special for me as it is for you. Now I'm on a highway overpass. I'm waiting for my bus that'll take me to my job in a downtown office, cleaning up the scraps of paper nonsense that the office workers throw into waste bins full of chewed gum and empty cans of Faygo. Yeah, but I don't know who they are or even how they look. I only know the jokes that they have pinned up in their nook. Here's one that likes football. That one has a pup. Ah, here's one who's real messy and he never picks it up. that I clean it all up before they arrive and I head out to my bus, or maybe I'll stay downtown today and get a little lunch at the diner near my job if I have some extra cash. But maybe I'm too tired today, so I'll go home and crash. Dodging all these bricks that are breaking all my lights. We all have to struggle, we'll hold it as our truth. It's about as special for me as it is for you. I keep all the doors shut to the other rooms in my house that I don't want to heat. No one lives here now but me, and I don't take up very much room, just the front room of my bed and the kitchen in the back. So I make a little supper and I watch a little TV. I usually feel too restless to grab a book and read. I eat too many chips and I drink too many beers, and the evening drains away and I fall asleep in my chair. Sometime on a weekend I think I'll visit a friend and talk about the old times and see how they have been. But it takes so much effort to explain myself again. I just wait, see if they visit me instead. Walking in these shoes isn't as easy as you'd like. Dodging all these bricks that are breaking all my lights. We all have to struggle, we'll hold it as our truth. It's about as special for me as it is for you. I woke up the next morning before my alarm could go off. I was fuzzy from the beer and I was too tired to get up. I tried calling into my boss, but she wouldn't answer her phone. I can't afford to lose this job, so I put some coffee on. I pulled on the same clothes that I had on the night before. No one ever saw me anyway, it never mattered what I wore. And I locked the door behind me and I started on my walk down my gravel street and downtown to my work. Everybody. It's called Everyday Opus. It does what it does. Dressed up fine, fine, fine. I'ma have me a nice new suit and a tie like I never could have afforded when I was alive. Yeah, well, I ain't dead yet. Let me wear that in the sand. Yes, but I ain't dead yet. Let me hear that music now. There ain't no way I can hear it so good, locked in a box underneath the ground. Lord, I ain't dead yet. Give me my flowers now. Oh, when I go down that funeral road, everybody is gonna have nice things to say. They're gonna say, "Ooh, he was a good egg, wasn't he?" Even if they didn't really feel that way. I ain't dead yet. You can tell me what you think right now. Ah, you can't look me in the eye when I'm locked in a box underneath the ground. Lord, I ain't dead yet. Give me my flowers now. Oh Lord, when I go down that funeral road, there's gonna be flowers just everywhere. All my friends are gonna send them, you know, just to show each other how much they really cared. Yeah, but I ain't dead yet. You can send me some flowers now. You old gal can't smell them so good. I'm locked in a box underneath the ground. But I ain't dead yet. Give me my flowers now. Lord, I ain't dead yet. Give me my flowers now. Lord, I ain't dead yet. Thank you, everyone. Well, I worked on some couldn't save a cent. I gave all of my money to the government. I don't know quite how I got spent, but the bank is coming for my deed. Man at the mill can't see. Lord, let me get my feet Take a look at their big house, bigger than they really needed. He got the dualies on his pickup when the dealer gave him a choice. Now he's lost his job on the build site, and he's struggling to feed his boys. And the red cedar grows, red cedar flows long after you're gone. It's outlasting you, outlasting you, outlasting you. Well, his wife was his high school girl, and they never left this town. And it booms and busts, and it heaves and rusts, but they can't bear to go. Now they couldn't go if they wanted to. There ain't no work anywhere anymore. And the red cedar grows, red cedar flows long after you're gone. It's outlasting you, outlasting you, outlasting you. She's been serving food down at Bud's, and he can't stand to see her down there, where all the desperate men sit and drink, and they stare a little too long at her legs, while he sits home with the kids at night, hiding the worry on his face. And the red cedar grows, red cedar flows long after you're gone. It's outlasting you, outlasting you, outlasting you. And the kids are getting bigger. They can't play outside like it used to be. You don't take me what's lurking out there. You can see it on the news every night. And the village that it takes to raise our kids is afraid to come outside. And the red cedar grows, red cedar flows long after you're gone. It's outlasting you, outlasting you, outlasting you. Yeah, Tuesday afternoons, the Tuesday afternoons are the hardest. Time, it seems to stand still. They've piled up quite a few of them now. 20 years worth of not quite 3 o'clock. Time moves as fast as it ever did. There ain't nothing you can do to slow it down. And the red cedar grows, red cedar flows long after you're gone. It's outlasting you, outlasting you, outlasting you, outlasting you. Red cedar. Thank you, everybody. You guys are great. I appreciate it. Well, twinkle, twinkle, little star with a long corn braid in his electric car. Only got himself a mean look. that job too long. The old King Grady was a big fat man, and the doctor reached out and grabbed a hold of his hand. He reached for his pulse, and the doctor said, I believe to my soul, old King Grady's dead. He had been on that job too long. Yeah, Brady, 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 oh, you know you done wrong, bringing in here when my game's going on, knocking down the window and tearing down the door, and now you're lying dead on the barroom floor. You had been on that job too long. When all the women heard that King Grady's dead, now they go down home and they de-rag and red, come to slipping and to sliding, shuffling up the street in the big mother hubbards and the stocking feet. He had been on that job too long. Hotel carriage is a standing around waiting to bring King Grady to his burying ground. Hotel carriage, it is all dressed in black, gonna bring him to the graveyard and it won't bring him back. He had been on that job too long. Well, Brady, 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 Lord, you know you done wrong, come ringing in here when my game's going on, knocking down the window and you tearing down the door, and now you're lying dead on the barroom floor. You had been on that job too long. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate you guys very much. Appreciate being here this year, and yeah, I put on pajama pants underneath my pants. So that's what I'm doing. I think it's going to be a regular part of my life now because I like it. Good. I'm just kind of always ready for bed. Well, me and my buddy Ed, you know, we were walking down by the dock one day, just looking at all of them good-looking boats out there. Oh, I wish I had a boat, says Ed. I laughed, because he's always broke. I said, Ed, you can't even afford to float. You can't afford to float, Ed. Drifting away. Well, we got down there near the end, you know, that's where all the sailboats are tied up with the big tall masts bobbing around in the air. It says, oh, I could sail one of those. Hell, you don't even need a key. I said, Ed, ain't that easy? I don't believe it's that easy, Ed. Drifting away. Ed said I had no experience in the matter, and he proceeded to untie a boat, and then he just jumped right inside. I followed him in, of course, but I think it was a bad idea, because now we are drifting away from the dock. We are drifting away from the shore, Ed. We're drifting away. on the tiller, you know. He cranks around a bunch of levers and tells me to row, and I said, Ed, there ain't any paddles. Someone back on the dock is yelling at us, and he sounds pretty mad, and I began to regret taking a walk with Ed. I wish I'd stayed at home, Ed, instead of drifting away. So Ed says, oh, let's just beat it then. He jumped right over the side of the boat, you know, he started swimming like a fool for the shoreline. I can't swim, I never even learned how. Now I'm just sitting here in this stolen boat, wondering what it's gonna feel like to get shot. I bet that's gonna hurt, Ed. Drifting away. By angry people yelling at me through bullhorns. You know what? I didn't even know that the police had a boat. On the way back down to the dock, I saw Ed climbing onto the rocks and hauling ass down the sidewalk. Don't ask me to go walking with you again, Ed. Drifting away. Oh, thanks, everybody. That's a true story. The names have been changed to protect Joe Tatey. Accept your little paycheck from a farmer's cattle stand. Are you ready to turn the key to your mansion and your lot and share the excess of your wealth and all that you have got? Are you ready? Are you ready for the year jubilee? Are you ready? Are you ready for what is bound to be? Are you ready to be reunited with your mother and your son? Are you ready? Are you ready for jubilee to come? Strangers often will. Are you ready to make decisions that'll surely cost a lifetime? Your back on the mourners, hear the children and the wife. Are you ready? Are you ready for the year of jubilee? You ready? Are you ready for what is bound to be? Are you ready to be reunited with your mother and your son? You ready? Are you ready for jubilee to come? Share now and share around all the rest. Make sure they don't go hungry or had no place to rest. Knock down all the highs, filling all the lows. Put your pack upon your back at the year of Jubilee. Are you ready? Are you ready for the year of Jubilee? Are you ready? Are you ready for what is bound to be? Are you ready to be reunited with your mother and your son? You ready? Are you ready for Jubilee? Are you ready? Are you ready for Jubilee? Are you ready? Are you ready for Jubilee to come? Jubilee. Thank you so much, everybody. Jesus Christ. Well, there ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. Ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. When you hear that trumpet sound, you're gonna get up out the ground. Ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. Gone down to the river, Gabriel. Put your foot on the land and see. Well, Gabriel, don't you blow that trumpet until you hear from me. There ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. Ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. When you hear trumpet sound, you're gonna get up out the ground. Ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. Gone down to the river Jordan. Put my knees down in the sand. Well, I'm gonna holler, high Hosanna. I'll make it to the promised land. There ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. Ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. When you hear trumpet sound, you're gonna get up out the ground. Ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. Well, meet me, Jesus, meet me in the middle of the air. And if my wings should fail me, Lord, meet me with another pair. There ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. Ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. When you hear trumpet sound, you're gonna get up out the ground. Ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. Mikkel Beckman, everybody. Thank you so much, y'all.
Thanks again to Charlie Parr for being on today's live feed. To get more information on Charlie Parr or his music, go to charlieparr.com. For more great live performances by regional artists, tune into the live feed Friday at 6 right here at 89.5 KQAL.
Thanks for listening to The Live Feed. The Live Feed is produced by KQAL-FM on the campus of Winona State University. For more information on tonight's show, visit us at kqal.org.